So over the past week, XQC had a Call of Duty wager with the SSB boys. If you don't know who the SSB boys is, that's Aiden Ross crew. You got Convy, you got Cuff'em, Snaggy Hose. Now I forgot the other ones, but yeah, you get the gist of it. Oh, and Cheeser. Yeah.
Bobby Sunflower.
Snaggy, shut your ass up, Big Mac.
Bro, you finna body your old ass.
Fuck. Every fuck you take is an earthquake, category 9.
I'm so sick of this heroin smoking.
Hello?
Well, he doesn't even walk with them. Go, they roll him around.
In a wheelbarrow. Is that what you do, Adam? When you meet up with him? It's you get a wheelbarrow, Snaggy hops in?
Get kicked.
Nah, Snaggy drives in his little track car, you know.
Yeah, son.
Snaggy, you're my favorite, you know that? Out of everyone,
about what your talking about?
Shut up, bitch. You go ask for cuff him like you were talking about before, bitch. Why don't you talk about that, bro? Why don't you go shake some ass?
Alright, watch.
Chad, you know, sometimes it's not about how I feel, about what I do. Is that I understand that, like, it's about the people that watch me, people that I care about in my community. And when you're somebody that hasn't built anything, that hasn't gone anywhere, when you're a loser and you're bottom of the barrel, you don't know what that is. And I'm not letting these people like take over and fuck. I'm not gonna do that.
During that situation, they basically went back and forth. XUC basically called him brokey and gangster and all of this. And Cuff'em basically found the picture that Snaggy Hose sent to him. At least that's what I understood, you know, in the Discord call or whatever. It was XUC basically kissing a guy, okay? You know, nothing weird about it, okay? In my opinion, if a guy's kissing another guy, I mean, you're basically, you know? I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know about y'all. Maybe it's just in my community, that's how it is. But from my understanding, if a guy is kissing another guy, all right, unless you're Tom Brady, it's gay. Anyways, that's just my opinion. Anyways, this basically stemmed into a different situation where it ended up with SNEAKO, Cuff'em, Destiny, and XQC having a call, and this is how that went.
Clearly, Cuff'em does not hate gay people, so is it the word or the intention?
How do we say clear? There's nothing clear about that. How do we know that?
He just said he doesn't hate gay people.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, if somebody says they don't hate people, that means they don't hate gay people? Since when has that ever been the standard by which we determine somebody's, like, feelings?
Marshall, okay, so you can change being a like, you can stop doing that. Or you can't, when you call Cuff'em a thug, he can't change his skin color. He's always going to be black.
Wait, okay, hold on. Wait, nothing about thug. Wait, okay, two things. Wait, two things. It's not. So we're using protected class and everything, but usually it's a proxy for like these things probably shouldn't be bad things. So if you make fun of somebody for being broke, right? Usually it's because being broke is a bad thing. Nobody wants to be broke. Broke people don't want to be broke. If you make fun of somebody for being fat, well, nobody wants to be fat. Like even fat people don't want to be fat. If you make somebody for being gay, well, the implication is that like being must be bad. The same way that being fat or being broke is.
The reason that get offended when you say that word is because they don't actually want to be.
No, the reason they get offended is because they think that other people are loading that word in a really negative way and they're being hateful with it.
It comes from a deep-rooted shame that they're never going to be accepted for who they are.
Really?
That's not
is
the
that
reason,
so?
yeah.
Wait, is that why Muslims are the most? Wait, is that why Muslims are the most fragile people on the internet? Then is because when you make fun of their religion, they get so ass mad about it that they come out and they attack literally every.
That's not true because you're still walking around and you've made fun of Islam. If that were true,
that's because I live in the United States of America. Thank God. But no, so I'm asking you. So then, would you say every time a Muslim lashes out at somebody because you make fun of their religion, is that because they have a deep-seated shame about it?
I'm saying that the reason that XQC draws a line there, it's not because of this morality thing. Because nobody wants to be fat, nobody wants to be broke.
Nobody wants to be a Muslim. Why do they get so offended when you make fun of them for it?
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Like,
that's exactly. You said that people get offended for being gay because they're ashamed to be gay. So I'm asking you then: do people get offended by being called Muslim because they're Muslims? Are they ashamed of being Muslims?
The way he debates Cuff'em is he's going to equate being Muslim to being gay. Nobody gets offended if a blue-haired Destiny calls me a Muslim. Nobody's offended, right? If I call somebody gay and you're not gay, they'll get offended because nobody wants to be gay.
They're not offended. They don't want to be around people that are hateful. They're upset because you're being hateful towards them. The same way that Muslims get offended when you talk about their religion in a negative way.
I don't think it's a good thing that you go around just being who you are and getting clapped on other. I think it's just.
Sure, it can feel bad, but I mean, like insults are supposed to feel bad. But the question is, like, what do you want to make somebody feel bad for, right? If it's a bad characteristic, so if you think somebody's generally bad because they're like a C or a tanky or a brokey or they're fat or whatever, those are all like bad characteristics. Then you say like, oh well, yeah, you can make fun of people for these things. If you're making fun of somebody for being gay, the implication is you think that being gay is like a negative, bad characteristic, and that's why you're being bad for it. That's why the person that came in here.
Here's the next issue: is that thinking that being gay is bad doesn't mean you hate gays, right? Being fat is bad, I don't hate fat people. It's gross. Like thinking something is gross, thinking being broke is gross or bad does not. I don't hate broke people. You're allowed to be disgusted by something and not hate it.
I use extremes to really draw the picture, right? If you really think about it, what if you say, "Oh, I'm disgusted by a certain skin color"? I mean, it's gonna come off pretty hateful. Do you not agree?
Yeah, of course.
But you can't change your skin color. You can change, like you can just stop stop kissing boys.
So now you
can't change being black.
Whoa, hold on. Sexual orientation and the manifestation of that sexuality are two different things entirely.
Right? No, but being gay is a choice. That's a decision.
Is that your worldview on it?
That's just the truth. You choose to kiss.
Is that your worldview or not? Did you say how it is?
He doesn't believe it's real because he's on some retard. It's not worth arguing over.
That's just the objective truth. No, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, but
you can't. There's no place in the world where it's been like discovered how to change somebody's sexuality like that. It just doesn't happen. So no, you have no foundation for saying that.
You want to know how to not do that? Is just don't kiss a guy as a man. That's the wrong feeling. That's just an incorrect.
When you say the wrong feeling, what according to who?
The same reason you tell that they should stop being attracted to kids. It's like you should have a morality about
Hold on.
that.
Why do you think pedophilia is wrong? Why is pedophilia wrong, SNEAKO?
Yeah.
Because it's not how a relationship. Because God says it's wrong.
That's the reason why. Hold on, wait. So SNEAKO, no, wait. This is so
wrong.
easy. So then SNEAKO. So if God tells you that you can kids like he did with Muhammad or whatever, you think that's okay then? That you would change your mind on that tomorrow?
That's not what happened.
No. I'm asking you. If God tells you, SNEAKO, I think that kids is okay, then you would change your mind on it tomorrow.
There has to be a justification for everything.
Oh, hold on. God has to justify himself? God has to justify it? If you're talking about the need for a justification, then that means something's not good because God says it. It's only good because he's giving you whatever the justification is. So God saying things doesn't mean anything then. So you're just wrong on that. So then what's the justification then for why is bad?
Because it's not, kids cannot consent.
There you go. Good job. Yep, you got there. Good job. So homosexuality.
Don't good job me. It goes down to what we see from God. If God created
it doesn't.
Genders,
no, because you don't see God, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
There's no purpose. There's no purpose for a man to.
Listen, that's SNEAKO. If you need a book to tell you not to kids, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, but most people can figure out why it's wrong on their own, and you got to the answer in the end, which is good.
Maybe you need
which is good. Which is good.
The fact that you answered that question, maybe you need that.
No, because you compared. You compared homosexuality to why? Wait. So wait, no, make him answer this question. No, hold on. Why is it then that homosexuality, which can be practiced between two consenting adults, why should that be a bad thing?
Just not right. There's no purpose that it's serving. What are you doing that
for?
The
purpose it's serving is two people that love each other, might want to be in a relationship and build a household and do that together. That might be something they want to do.
It doesn't serve a greater purpose.
Every single thing in your life has to serve a greater purpose?
Exactly.
So the whole argument, just to break it down, we all know what it is, okay? XQC basically felt some type of way about Cuffham calling him the F word, you know. Rhymes with bag, you know. Some people might substitute it for a W, wag, whatever. You know, you get the gist of it. In my opinion, you know, like I said, I feel like if you kiss a guy, you know, it's like I don't know. To me, it's gay. Anyways, the point here that I really actually wanted to talk about was the conversation that SNEAKO and Destiny were having, right? I think what was interesting is the term of morality, right? When you discuss morality, it does go into God a lot. It does. One of the points that Destiny kind of caught SNEAKO in was that. So SNEAKO was saying anything God tells you to do is good, which is true by all technicalities that I've seen in the Bible and stuff like that. His nature is pure, so anything he tells you to do is going to be pure, right? A lot of people will bring up the whole Muslim thing. You know, I'm not Muslim, so I wouldn't know about the whole Aisha thing, you know, the 9-year-old thing. I don't know that. I don't study that, so I can't defend that. I will say this: morality has to come from a higher being than us. Let me explain why. If you look at every society that we have, they have different rules for different things. So here in the US, a lot of the things that they like to preach about is freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, whenever you want, yada, yada, yada. Even though it's not true. I mean, let's be honest, right? You go to a country like China, freedom of speech is not a thing. You go to a country like the UK, it's not the same thing. Canada has a hate speech. So if you say something that might be determined as hateful, it'll be hateful. You got morality, for example, when it comes to the death penalty in the United States. Some places you can do it, some places you can't. Some places say that you can't do it because who are we to kill another person? Morality from human to human will vary. There's certain things that we understand that are just wrong, okay? Now, what humans do, and this is why morality from a society standpoint is a problem, right? Because we try to warp morality a lot, right? When something happens, for example, let's take somebody dying, right? Before you can decide if it was justified somebody killing or not, right? You need to first look at the case. Let's say the case was the guy killed him because he was defending his wife, right? We'll look at that and we'll say, well, it's justified that he killed somebody because he was trying to defend, you know, his wife. However, killing is still bad, right? People will still take the perspective of trying to find reasoning behind the justification of killing somebody. Because why? Because we understand that it's wrong. That's how I feel about all of this, like social morality. Like, we can all come together and understand that there's certain things in this world that are just wrong, right? Regardless of the time period, regardless of how long ago it's been. You look at any war that any country has been in, we always look back and we always say, hey, regardless of us understanding from a society standpoint that we had to do that, it was still wrong that we did what we did, right? Like the deaths, the children basically not having parents no more, like stuff like that. Like we look at it and we understand. Same way that, like, with, you know, men or women that like to diddy kids. That's the best way I can explain without it, you know, you get it. But no, to finish here, I'm basically saying morality from a society standpoint changes every year. It can change every 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 60 years. But our true and our financial morality, we get it from the time that we are kids. That's really what I wanted to talk about. There's not really much else I can add to it. I agree with certain things that SNEAKO is doing. I sometimes do believe that he needs to study more his religion if this is what he's deciding to do, right? If you want to be a Muslim, then study your religion, so when people come up to you with questions or confront you with things, you're able to give them the correct answer. If you don't have an answer for a question, just say, hey man, I don't know. It's okay to say I don't know. You know, it's okay to say I don't know. Last thing about XUC I want to say, I don't think Cuffham was wrong in his explanation, because let's be honest, when you're around your friends, there's a lot of things that you say to your friends, right? That if you were to say it to somebody that you might not know, right, it would be a problem. But it's your friend, right? So your friend will take it differently than somebody else. Also, you know, we all know that XQC isn't gay, you know, we all know that. But I feel like Cuffham didn't do anything wrong, to be completely honest. I think he was very respectful in all of his responses. I think it was just taken out of proportion, to be honest. You know, XQC could have easily just been like, hey bro, you know what, I just don't like that. But at the same time, XQC can't be going around telling people, oh, you're broke, I'm rich, I'm this, I'm that, if you're gonna get offended when they're doing something to the same level. Because I feel like it's the same level. You guys are friends. It's on the same level. Like, you're taking something that you know personal of him and throwing it in his face, and then he just did the same thing, but his is wrong because it deals with a certain community. I think that's wrong, personally. Anyways, let me know your comments. If you disagree with me, I have no issues with you guys putting it in the comments. Tell me how horrible my take was, how amazing it was, how whatever it was, you know. If you guys need to teach me anything on there too, I'm more than happy to learn, man. But other than that, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you back with another video. Be easy is gone. Peace.